Okay. Enjoy. Okay. Start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. Just that, always say the same things, not just for your mind, but for your system. So that the system just recognizes that and then can be open to that possibility. And also the energy field can always be more expanded. So there's always more space for expansion. Okay. Then I fill up your energy field, so the expanded space, with light. Then I clear surface energies. Surface energies are just energies and emotions. So emotions are energies that are floating around the top of your system. And we don't need them at the moment, so I'm clearing them. And also you will see that the system and the system relaxes first, of course, the energy field, and then the body can also relax more. There's just less going on, less tension, less noise. Then also clear these energies out of the mind level. So just the best way to describe it is like there is more energy than we need, or there is just energy on the mind level as well. So like surface energies. And those ones I'm clearing. Those ones are the ones that are creating the thoughts and the noise again. Maybe you experience right away when the surface energies are cleared that more light can flow. So maybe you can experience that. I see it anyways, so it's happening. Then I open up the energy field more. Bring in more light. Then I clear the pineal gland. The pineal gland is part of the brain, sits in the middle of the head. And I'm clearing it from blockages and calcification. It helps us to be more open, more perceptive, more aware. And also it can be always like more activated. So I'm activating it now, and then I always accelerate the activation, or I just accelerate the capacity or expand the capacity. So then there is also another part of the head. So it's where the back of the neck, the spine enters the skull. There is an area, and this can also be cleared and activated. On the one hand, it's a passage where usually it's a bit narrow, so the energy flow is not so optimum. But also, if that gets activated, it also helps for more awareness. So I'm working on that as well. So first I cleared it. Now I'm like, I put healing energies into it. Basically, the healing energies are just softening the area, softening the more denser parts. Okay. Then open up the central energy channel. So the central energy channel is in the center of your energy field and also the body, because they're overlapping. So it goes from the root to the crown chakra, and this is where life energy flows through the system. And life energy is basically life experience. So we experience it with all the senses, emotions, thoughts, with our whole system. And then it gets projected into our consciousness. And of course, this life energy is influenced by what kind of information is in our system, what kind of stuck energies, blockages, and all of that. So it's influenced by that. Basically, the life energy flows through, then there are influences, and then it gets projected. So that creates our reality, basically. And then the more we clear the system, the more the energy can flow, the less blockages there are, then the life experience changes. The projection, basically. Then I accelerate your life energy. And I help it to flow more. And this is also the more life energy flows, the more is really life being experienced as just the unfolding of experiences in the present moment. So this is also basically what's happening when there is more life energy flowing, less blockages. The mechanism that projects the past and the future breaks down. There is only then the present moment and unfolding of experiences. And this is basically that's the life purpose, or that's what life is about. Experiences. On the core level, of course. Then we have our stories, identification, all of that kind of stuff on top. But on the core level, that's really it. Okay. Then I open up central energy channels, top of the head first. Expand it. Forehead. Expand it. Back of the head. Always clear it first. So I'm always clearing it first and then I expand it. Then throat chakra. Clear surface energies out of the throat chakra. Then heart chakra. And then solar plexus chakra. And I expand these channels. And then I do the same on the back. So back of the neck. Back of the heart. And then back of the solar plexus chakra. And then I also expand the channels. Okay, and then I connect it directly to the energy of the Divine Mother through the top of the head, the forehead, the back of the head, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, back of the heart chakra, and then solar plexus. And then I pull a cocoon of Divine Mother's light on top of your system, down to your feet, and let her light fill up your system for the next couple of minutes. And if you still feel tension somewhere in your body, just let it go now. First of all, the light that comes in helps to relax these areas a lot faster, and also then, so around these areas it starts, then the areas can relax more, and then they open up energetically more as well, and then the light can flow into these areas as well. And then I work on the nervous system. Of course, when the nervous system is more healed and balanced, automatically the system can always also be more open and relaxed. So this is part of it. But also why we're working on it in sessions is that your system can hold more light. So it would just expand the capacity, and also higher levels of consciousness. So first I'm clearing the nervous system. Then healing the nervous system. Then strengthening the nervous system. And then expand the capacity to hold more light and higher levels of consciousness. And now open up the energy field more. So always when I open up the energy field more, the light can enter deeper layers, and also more awareness comes with that as well. Okay, then I open the chakras. Crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. Okay, let's start what we can. Let's see what we can start with, basically. Okay, in general, third chakra regrets around relationships. So when you had a relationship with somebody, so specifically today, of course, we look into ancestors and parents, grandparents, children. So those ones are like the closer, or the let's just call them family relationships. So there is just regrets around. So any regrets around these relationships, we're clearing these energies. So for not spending enough time, for not being there, for maybe not even knowing them, for maybe so it's, I'm just showing different reasons for hiding things from them, or not sharing certain things with them that would have been important at certain times. For not understanding each other, so having misunderstandings, also not wanting to understand each other, could go both directions. So you are not understanding them and they are not understanding you. So there's regrets around this. So the information comes in. I mean, we know that, but just a reminder, we always choose the people who we incarnate with. So we especially choose parents, then of course grandparents, and all of that is also there. Then our children choosing us. So it's no coincidences here. So it's all there for a reason. So we choose exactly the parents and all the other relatives we want to incarnate with. also the characters, so that we can experience what we need to experience in this lifetime. So either they're reflecting certain energies toward us, certain behaviors, certain ways of living that we prefer or don't prefer, things we can learn from, things we adore, we admire, also things that are totally the opposite, so we don't like, we don't prefer. We might even, have resistance to it or hate. And this understanding just comes in. So this understanding, yes, we know it intellectually, but this understanding is basically manifesting in the system. And of course, the beingness knows that anyways. Your beingness knows that. But the energy field needs to basically eventually match the beingness, so that your higher truth. And this is why we're basically rewriting the energy field. And we need the energy of understanding this information on that level, so on the energy level, that it becomes more of our truth, or that we see it as more of our truth. Okay. So again, the information comes in, there are no mistakes, there are no mistakes, there are no mistakes, there are no mistakes, there are no mistakes around people who incarnate with us as family members, how they behave towards us or towards other people, to life in general, how they are, how their character is. There are no mistakes, there are no mistakes, there are no mistakes, there are no mistakes. So the soul always comes in, inhabits, I don't know the exact English word, a human body. And then we have this life experience. And the soul wants to have certain learnings, certain experiences, certain understandings of things. And especially around family members, if there's a lot of suffering involved. So this is just coming in as well. It's like, it's the hardest learnings, but it's like extremely fast-paced learning for this lifetime. So if you have experienced that, just know you were like on a speed track here, or in this lifetime. So your learnings had to be really fast, because when it comes from family members, it's always the most painful, or the most what's the word? I don't know the English word. The German would be einschneidend. Yeah, don't worry. The system knows, because the energy has that information. I just can't translate it. Okay, it comes in. Then I open up the energy field more. Bring in more light. And what we want to do today here, or part of this healing, is going to be whatever happened in the past. So if there are still learnings on your timeline with your family members, and they have to occur, they will occur. So we're not going to touch this. But in the past, so all the learnings in the past, and where the learning is fully done, so the learning is done, but the pain is still there, or some sort of low vibration energy is still there, we're just going to neutralize them, so that basically the relationship can be more neutralized from negative emotions. Okay. So basically the regret from this is coming, I'm not really saying from the soul level, but like very deep level, around knowing that, okay, so we incarnate there for a reason, we have all the family members and all of that for a reason, but not fully consciously knowing that in our life experience, or even though we probably know it intellectually, not being really able to live from that truth. So I'm just going to clear these regrets, because this just makes it, of course, it makes the relationship harder, it makes like misunderstandings harder, it makes fights, disagreements, all of that just harder, more painful. So I clear that. Also, parents and family members in general, every human being, but we're here with family and parents, family members, they did everything to their best knowledge and ability. Just know that too. This is something every human being does. And if you say, no, but this human being behaves in a, let's say, egoic way, or in a very selfish way, and is, let's say, violent or something else to other people, yes, but they're just working from what's available to them at that moment. So if it's very low vibrational stuff, that's just what's available for them. That's like their way out. That's their best possibility they have available at that time. So just understanding that relaxes the energy field. Just knowing that people don't, even though if they come from a very negative place, but they come from their perspective, from their best possibility at that moment. So this is also coming in. Okay, now the energy of peace towards parents, grandparents, and children and ancestors, relatives is coming in. So again, when the peace is then manifesting, we will probably see what's not of peace. So it's coming in and manifesting. This coming in basically helps us to anchor ourselves more in our beingness, so we can drop more in our beingness, in our system. Or in other words, it just grounds us more in our beingness. Okay, then I'm going to start cutting off energy influences from ancestors. So I'm just gonna do that. It's from grandparents backwards. So I'm always only cutting off energy influences, so nothing else. Not changing anything else, just we are in the highest vibrational times humanity has ever been in. And everything before our time was lower vibrational. So already our parents and grandparents and so on have lived in lower vibrational times. Also, the oh, come on, some words are so hard to say. The potential of the times were also very different. So the spiritual potential specifically, and also the potential for growth. In German, the word would be Potenzial, not so different. So I'm just cutting this off. Okay. Then I'm clearing the influences. Then also the influences that have manifested in the system, in your system. And just know this is going to take some time to fully leave the system, because we've been exposed all our lives, like all the time, to their energy patterns. And this takes up to 8 months to fully leave the system. Of course, when we do this kind of work, quicker, but just this is like the average range of time it would take. Then I look into parents. I start with the mother. So first, I'm going to look into energy influences that are holding you back, that are making you feel small, unimportant, and basically are in the way of you are again unfolding your full potential. So similar of something that's making you small and holding you back. So it's those energies. So I heal it first for the mother or for the mother figure. So it doesn't have to be the actual mother. It could be also stepmother, or if there was no mother around, maybe somebody else who took that place. And for example, if, let's say, just an example, there were multiple mother figures in a lifetime, then it's always healing that person where these energies are coming from. And maybe you can feel the relaxation of the energy field, the relaxation of the body. There is less energy influence. Just by healing it towards the mother, or healing the mother system from those energies. Okay. Then I do the same with the father. Because their limitations were either their choice or their exploration in this lifetime, or something they just manifested themselves. And it has nothing to do with your system or with your life experience. So those ones specifically I'm looking into healing. So Father is also done. Again, big relief in the energy field. So I put the healing in, and now I also just cut off the energy influence. And clear the influence itself, so the energy itself, and then the influence out of your system. Again, big relief for the energy field, more relaxation for the body. Maybe you can feel it. Makes a big difference. Just let the changes manifest for a minute. So see for you what's happening. So I just see there is a lot more light flowing, more expansion. The energy field is more balanced. A lot more balance. There's a lot more balance. Okay, and then I'm just showing a few energies. So I'm just clearing them out of your system. Second chakra, anger. So clear anger towards grandparents and ancestors in general. Anger towards them, anger towards them, anger towards them. So anger from like a core level for influencing you, for, yeah, basically influencing decisions, life experience, or that the way you see these experiences that were occurring for you. So there is anger for, yeah, getting certain things you didn't want to have and not getting certain things you wanted to have, for sometimes or often not being treated as you are important. So this is mostly childhood things, because not always children were equally treated like adults. So there's just a little old anger in the system. So the anger for not being treated with full respect, again, specifically around childhood age. Then anger for not receiving the amount of love you wanted to have or you needed, the amount of attention you wanted or needed, the amount of care you wanted or needed. There is anger, anger. Also because of that, what manifested in your system, and then you can't or couldn't give it to loved ones around you, friends, your children. So there is also anger for that. So clear that too. And also then root chakra fear around losing people who are important to you. So you probably lost already either parents or grandparents. And there is just fear in general around losing people who are close, even though, let's say, it doesn't really matter if the relationship was really good or not. Of course, when it was better, there it's a lot more tragic. But even if not, still the parents, still some of the most important people of your lives. So I clear that out of the root chakra. The fear of losing loved ones, the fear of them being alone and not having anybody. And then the sadness around this heart chakra. So the sadness when you lost them. Again, the soul knows, the beingness knows, it's only for this incarnation I lost these people, because of course the spirit is in turn infinite, it's going to live, and you will eventually meet. But just for the human part of your system, clear the sadness. Okay, now, and basically what's happening at the moment is ancestors are sending energy, they're sending love, they're sending compassion, they're sending a lot of compassion actually for you still being here, for you still having this human experience. They basically tell you that you are amazing, that you are still here and going through that, and that you're working on your system, and that you're working towards your higher truth. They admire that, and they just want to also add something for us here. So everybody individual gets it from their ancestors. So I just let this happen for 2 or 3 minutes. And I just get the words remember, remember, remember. They want to open your system up to the memory of who you are beyond the human. So that's what they're trying to do. So I'm holding the space for that, and you just allow it to happen. They could be ancestors you know, but even like ancestors from longer before you don't know. And they just say, so it's in like a choir, you need to remember, you need to remember, remember comes up over and over again. So it's not for your mind, it's for your system, of course. Now they're sending a lot of love, a lot of love. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. So don't look for human love. When you look into your system, just look for the essence. And when your mind tries to grasp something here or to understand it, let it go. Can't understand. The mind can't understand what's happening. So just feel and allow. Okay. They are done. So I'm just sending them thank you for showing up and for helping in this session and giving you what you needed in this moment. Then I clear out of your system in general limitations that has been inherited or you have inherited from your parents and grandparents and ancestors. So all sorts of limitations I'm clearing out of your system. Limitations, I'm clearing limitations, I'm clearing limitations, I'm clearing limitations. Especially limitations around being able to love living life through an open heart, and limitations around not being able to access a higher truth, or more of your truth. Because you weren't allowed to, or there wasn't the possibility, or it just was never taught that this is a possibility. So I get from the system now, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So meaning, it's okay that that happened. And what you're basically doing with that is it opens the system and it just allows whatever happened so that things can just leave. So this is perfect. The perfect response from your system. Then I clear a few more limitations. So out of the heart chakra, I want to do a better job than my parents or other ancestors. I want to do a better job than them. I want to do a better job. I want to do a better job. I want to be a better human. I want to, be a better relative or family member. I want to do a better job. I want to do a better job, and I want to be different than them. I want to be different. I want to be different than them. Also, then parts, I don't want to have anything to do with them. With certain parts of them, I don't want to have anything to do with them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. So I clear that. Then past life influences, the lifetimes where you were a terrible parent. Those ones we're clearing now. So I'm not even going to look into these past lives because they're always kind of horrible. So I'm just going to clear those energy influences. Ooh, makes a massive change. Total change of vibration or frequency in the system. Then all the lifetimes where you had terrible parents. So past lives now, again. Spirit. And all the lifetimes where you didn't have parents. Were not so many, but also a few for different reasons. I mean, of course you had parents, but you didn't grow up with them because they died early or they left you somewhere or something like that. Okay, some healing. Again, massive change in the energy field. And just for your information, if you have children yourself, everything we worked on for your energy field now, so the influences, not the clearing specifically, but all the influences that we cut off, also right away is cut off for your children if you have any. So, and forward grandchildren, of course, as well. And it's very interesting to see in the energy field how much peace it brings, knowing that either you have also done something for your children and grandchildren, or for not yet born ones, or at least that this energy influence is now finished or done, doesn't exist anymore. So that brings a lot of peace to the energy field, to the beingness. So just observe your energy field now. How do you feel? So a massive change occurred during this session. Then I fill up your heart chakra, and through the heart chakra, your whole system with unconditional love. So first for your own system. Feel how your system is getting filled up with unconditional love. And now you can, if you want, only if you want, you can radiate this unconditional love, because you're getting more and more, you're more filled up all the time. You can radiate it towards your ancestors, and or towards your children, whatever you feel is right. If you don't want to radiate to anybody, you don't have to. If you feel like you need it, then you take it. And to finish this session, I'm going to fill up your energy field with high vibrational healing energies, love, light, truth, trust, joy, abundance, and health. Okay, we have finished.